Hi, I'm Alex Archbold, and I've been buying and selling antiques since I was 9 years old. From basements to scrapyards, I'll look just about anywhere I can to find lost antiques and collectibles. And sometimes I'll go big and buy everything. I never know what's going to happen or who I'm going to meet. This is our life, this is our adventure, and this is Curiosity Inc.
I'm home, honey.
Welcome to today's update video at the house. We've been building, well, I don't know, I haven't been building it. We've had people building it. Drew Pat and his wonderful team, his crew have been building, and we are getting to the final stages. I'm so excited. It's only gonna be like maybe another month or so before we might actually have occupancy, which is fantastic news because our current house is sold and we won't have anywhere to live. So it'll be really great for this to get all wrapped up. There have been some major changes and updates. I'm excited to show you guys. I'm excited to share some of the progress. It ought to be a fun video. Hopefully by the end of it, we'll have, I don't know, some more flooring done. I don't know. Anyway, let me show you what's happened so far. The first big change is that they got the stone on the fireplace. Look at that. That is a chunky, that is a nice fireplace, I will say. We've got the stone wraps all the way around. Initially, we had planned to do just the lower part in stone and the top was going to be drywall, but then we thought, you know, it might just be a little bit more dramatic. I don't know if it shows in camera. It looks pretty darn nice. And the white trim really sets it off. And we've got the stone work done around the fireplace. And we even included a little plug-in up here, just in case at some point, whether it's us or someone else decides to put, you could put a TV there, you could put a light over your artwork, you could do all sorts of stuff. They still have the fireplace itself covered because they don't want to get it all, they don't want to risk the glass getting broken or damaged. So that's fine, we'll leave that where it is. More importantly, aside from the countertops being on, and the stone being a lot nicer than we expected, Melissa, let's see how the kitchen's coming along.
Are you sure? Can I show?
Yeah.
It's stuck on a sand wall.
They got the main island all done, and look at that.
It looks good.
And all of its swirly wonder. That was a big piece of stone.
Yeah.
I don't know how much he said it weighed, but it's got to be pretty heavy.
I'm glad I didn't have to carry it.
I'm glad you didn't have to carry it either. And I guess there was a little bit of an issue. One of the pieces of the counter, they had found it had a couple stress cracks in it. So they actually came and they already replaced it. The tile, the gentleman doing the tile on the backsplash here weren't able to come and do it because they were swapping out some tile. But I think they worked in other places of the house. Tile, yep. They are going to be tiling right behind those shelves and the backsplash and the subway tile, which is these guys here. And the pattern that we've picked is staggered. So the subway tiles are just like a little rectangular tile. They're really easy to place, really easy to put on. And they're patterned after what you would have seen in like, you know, like a New York subway or something like that. They're really easy, really low maintenance, but they give you a very classic sort of look. And that's what we were hoping to go for with the kitchen. How happy are you with everything so far?
It's pretty nice. I'm excited to get in here already.
Yes. And I'm glad that we decided to put a plug-in right on the island too.
Me too.
Because if you decide that you want to have, like if we're baking, what a great surface that would be. We could make fudge on this. I wonder if you could use, like, because you're supposed to use marble for making fudge. I wonder if you could use granite in the same way. We should find out. But yeah, so the counters are in. Let's check the washrooms and see the progress.
That's a good idea. Did you see this? Yeah.
On the main floor, it looks like they were able to get the majority of the hexagonal tile in. Right down here. And just wait, hey Melissa, when we have the pedestal sink and the old-fashioned kind of toilet in there, it'll just look like a 1920s sort of bathroom, and it's what I always wanted. Last time I was here, Steven's washroom in the basement did not have any tile in it. We'll see how far they got. Oh, there's been some progress down here. Look at this. There's still no countertop. or sink. I guess they're waiting on that piece to get cut still. But we do have tile. That must have been done just today. And they did the surround around the shower. Very nice. Mucho barissimo. Now it's just the waiting game. You can't, when they've got all the dividers in here, that means it's setting. So you don't want to put any kind of extra pressure or weight on until it's totally dry. Once it's done, they take all those little dividers and spacers out. If you don't know about that, those spacers are there to make sure that it's a consistent, even gap all the way around. If you don't use them, sometimes you can end up with tile that's too close to each other and it looks weird and your lines are off. So you definitely want to use spacers when you're doing tile work. So it's nice to see that they've got all that in. When that's out, that means that it's time for grout. When the spacers are out, it's time for grout. I am going to check the upstairs and see how far along they got with the master bathroom. There was good progress last time, but there was still a bit of tile work that needed to be done. We'll go up and have a look. In the master washroom, this has been set for a while, so I can actually walk on it. Sinks are in place, which is all good. They've tiled all through the washroom. We've got a little pocket door. I guess I have to figure out how this works. There must be like a little pull handle or something that goes on there. But they've done all around where the toilet's gonna go. The reason why they went up the wall in this area is because there will be a bath here. And if it's splashing, I don't know. If I've got the little motorized boats and rubber ducks, there's an image. But I guess if water splashes out, not that it's gonna be like, maybe if I find some old like toy power boats and stuff, oh, a remote control boat. How about, no, maybe not, that's a bad idea. But we do have the tile around where the tub is gonna go, and that will make it so it's easier to clean, a little bit more water resistant. But I can see they've got pretty much the whole shower done too. It feels almost kind of spa-like in here. It's got this lovely hexagon tile, and then this large rectangular tile is actually the exact same tile as the hexagons. The only difference is it's been cut into smaller pieces, but it all does kind of harmonize and it's very similar. Though I guess once that all sets up, they'll come back in and start grouting all up here. Wonderful. And they haven't done the tile yet for the nook, for the shower stuff. I guess that'll happen after. Or maybe it's an insert that goes in. I don't know. I guess we'll find out. Dual shower heads. So it'd be like you're inside of a rainstorm in here with the shower heads hanging out up top there. It should be a nice experience. And I really like that there is actually its own light above the shower so that, I don't know, sometimes it's just nice to know what the heck's going on in there. Okay, I'm gonna carry on. Now at this stage of the game, things are wrapping up very quickly. Now everybody says that the final stages are the slowest stages, but once you have the tile done, and grouted, then you can get your toilets and your sinks in and plumbed. Once your plumbing is done, it's pretty much a house. It's pretty much a functioning house, other than doing the finishing work by getting your hardwood floors and stuff installed. So I guess I'm just excited because the next stage is going to start to get to be the fancy steps where you'll actually have to take your shoes off. In Canada anyway, people take their shoes off. I don't know if it's like that all over the world, but I know in Japan, I believe it is. In Canada, and that was one thing that I had to, when I worked on film sets before years ago, we would go to visit or film in somebody's house. And as a Canadian, you know, you take your shoes off and leave them by the front door. But many of our American friends weren't used to doing that. And so they would just walk in. We'd have to be like, no, 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 here we take our shoes off when we walk through. But we're at that stage where it's going to be nice enough. You'll have to take your shoes off when you walk through our house. And I think that's the stage I'm excited for because that means it's going to be very close to move in. Probably the best thing about the house so far is what I'm going to show you. And that is the sound of my children having fun on the trampoline and enjoying the backyard. Melissa and I really wanted to try and have a property like this earlier, but it just wasn't in the cards for us. And thankfully, over the last couple of years, we're able to make this happen at an age where the kids are still young enough that they can play and have fun and run like wild little deer in the backyard. Nothing fills my heart with more joy than knowing that they're going to have a wonderful remainder of their childhood here at the house, and that it's a house big enough that we can grow, have maybe grandkids here at some point, not too soon, but at some point, and just really be a central hub for the whole family. I will check back again very soon because I think the backsplash will get done, and I'm anticipating our front door, our proper front door, to go in very, very quickly as well. That'll really change the feel of the front of the house, because right now that don't look so pretty. So I guess we'll check back in and see what happens next. Today is kind of exciting because there's a Melissa here. I'm always excited when there's a Melissa nearby, but look, our tub is in the middle of the living room. Should we just leave it there?
Yeah, I'm sure our guests will like that.
You think people walk in the front door, I'll be like Jed Clampett? Well, howdy! Scrubbing myself in there with like a rag on the end of an old stick. We classy, come on in. But the plumbers have been here. At least they've dropped a tub, but let's do a little walkabout and see what else they've done. Okay, have a look around the corner. There is tile, and look, there's a toilet and a sink. And I'd forgotten we picked such a fancy little pedestal sink. Does that look nice? Like a 1920s hotel. Very, very cool. There's no mirror yet. The mirrors, and that's not our official light. Can you imagine if we upgraded the sink and left the light like that? I'm gonna go upstairs. Melissa is downstairs, I kid you not. She's waiting to hide and scare the kids as they walk in the door. This is what's happening. This is our life. Melissa likes to scare people. Don't ask me why, it's her thing. In the kids' washroom, we have sinks and faucets and a commode, a toilet. There it is. But I don't think we have running water just yet. They probably have to pressurize all that. Let me go and check the master washroom. And look. Why look. I sound like Mr. Fishoder from Bob's Burgers. Why look. There's faucets. How nice. Faucets. Who doesn't like faucets? His and hers. We have a little toilet in here. In our little room, so you can close your door. I don't know when they're gonna put the little handles on here, but I'm just reaching up top trying to get it to move. I feel like Melissa scared the kids. Did you scare them? Was it everything you hoped it'd be?
Yeah, I said, "Cuckoo!"
Who jumped?
She screamed like an actual bird.
Yeah. Well, come have a look.
Do you want them to see it first?
And meanwhile, back in our bathroom, they're gearing up to put the tub in tomorrow, which is great. And the shower has the dual shower head. So you've got your rain overhead shower head and then your regular sort of square shower. So there's dual zone showers in here. Very fancy hotel-like, at least I think so. Maybe I haven't been in that many fancy hotels, but that'll be pretty swanky compared to what we have right now anyhow. I guess in the next day or two, the lighting guys are coming. Hey, Abigail. You gonna come have a look around? So what do you see?
I see faucets.
Yeah, go in further.
And a toilet.
Yep, that wasn't there before.
That's awesome.
Yep. Hey Jason, did Mom scare you?
No.
Are you being all cool? Mom, they said you jumped like a frightened little chickadee.
No, I made a noise like a little chickadee.
Oh, I see.
No, I didn't really jump.
So like I was saying before, in the next couple days, we should have the light fixtures, like the fancy fixtures, all installed. The tub will be up in place. And the hardwood flooring guys were here, and they said they're going to start in a couple weeks. Really, that's about the last thing they do. The hardwood flooring is one of the final steps before we move in. It goes hardwood flooring, final paint, and then pretty much occupancy. So things are moving along in all the right directions right now. But what do you think so far?
It's amazing.
Yeah, it
I'm
really,
getting excited to get all my stuff in here.
and to garden, and I'm excited to start getting grass down.
Oh, I cannot wait to put the garden in. Oh yeah.
Which is good, because I can't wait to get the lawn put in outside. We're both happy about different things, but being outdoors.
Yeah.
I can see myself tootling around on the lawn tractor this summer while you're working in the garden. I'll drive past and wave. Hello!
Did you put that online when you ran over the anthill and that big poof poof dust came out the back?
No, I don't think so. I think we showed it on a live feed, but I hit a big anthill with
Yeah.
the lawn tractor last year, and it made a giant mushroom cloud of ants. I'm sure I wonder if they have a good memory. If they're going to come like track me down, they'll have my scent or something.
It's like exactly what you would imagine would happen when you put a city boy on a lawn tractor and just let him loose.
I take offense to that. I'm no longer a city boy.
No.
I'm a
Well,
rural...
now you know how to work it and everything, but it was pretty fun.
I had... okay. I had adventures on the tractor.
Yeah.
I might have blown a tire or two. But I
But
knew...
you learn.
I knew how to fix it, so all was
Yeah.
good. But we will return again in a couple days, and we'll keep updating you. So stay tuned, keep watching, because this video is going to keep going on. I don't know why I sounded like I was ending the video. It's not ending. Just this is the end of the day for us. Tomorrow is going to be a very exciting day. In fact, that's when I'm going to come back and check in, because the electricians were here and they dropped off all of our fancy lights. Ooh, fancy lights that are going to be going all throughout the house. You know, where we have these dangly light bulbs right now that look rather unfinished. No, we did not choose that. We have a nicer light that's meant to go there. And somewhere amongst those boxes by the front door is going to be our chandelier too. So things will be brighter and nicer and shinier tomorrow. I don't know how far they're going to get. I don't think it would take all that long to get the lights in. I mean, that's a pretty quick job. If they've got a good sized crew, or if they have a few people, they should be able to get done in 1 or 2 days. I've done a lot of wiring before myself, and it's pretty darn easy, actually. I don't think I've ever electrocuted myself. You turn your breakers off and you're all good to go. But I'm excited to see what they can do. I'm excited to see how the colors go that we've picked. I'm excited to see some warmer colors coming in, because over top of our dining room, we've selected sort of some wickery looking kind of wicker baskets. We had to hit up the All Night Wicker store to find those lights. I know I've used I've used that joke before. Last time I used that joke, I was at a hot air balloon festival with my sister, and I walked past the guys setting up the hot air balloons at like 7 in the morning, and I said, "Hey guys, you're hitting the wicker hard this morning." And they looked, 3 of them looked angry, 1 of them laughed really hard. It was worth it. Anyways, tomorrow should be really, really fun because some of the very final touches are starting to happen to the house. Flooring is going to be happening next week, all kinds of great stuff. So the final update I'll do for this video will be tomorrow, when I come back to see how far the electricians have progressed. Since it's a bit warmer outside, I thought I'd actually come through our woods at the back of the property here and walk down to the creek, see if there's actually any water in it right now. Depending upon the season and runoff, it kind of swells and dries. Doesn't have a name, as far as I know. Maybe it's Bill. Maybe the creek's named after Bill. Oh yeah, there's some water in it, some activity. It looks very creek-like. It's kind of surreal to own just a little piece of nature like this. Nice little creek with beavers. So they say. I haven't seen any yet, but apparently there's some beaver dams. If I were to go around the corner, there's beaver dam activity down there. But just nice little picturesque spot. Maybe someday I'll build a little bridge over to our island on the other side. I guess it's not an island, but it feels that way when you're on this side of the river. It's just a pretty little part of the property here. The creek, our own little forested space. I'm trudging right now. It's the sounds of me trudging through the snow in my Doc Martens, slowly getting muddy. Last year, I had the misfortune of mowing all the way back in here and discovering a ground nest of hornets. They weren't happy. Oh look, there's a wild Melissa.
I came to find you.
Oh, I was just exploring. The creek is pretty full of water right now. Maybe we could do something to attract birds to our birdhouse up there. Or even squirrels. Fill it full of peanuts or something.
It's called something like a starling house or something.
Starling house, maybe. Ooh, that's bright. Stephen was doing archery back here. We kept one of these big chunks of foam left over from when we built the store. I brought it home for him so he could do target practice with his bow and arrow set. And he decided to draw this goofy little face on it. And so he's been coming out here and enjoying nature. It's just a really pretty little spot. Melissa and I are sitting in a lighting store because we got a message from DrewPad. He said that when we did the order for the lights, there was somehow a miscalculation, and the electricians are at the house right now, and we're missing a light for the front room. So we have come out to a lighting shop in hopes that they have something we're going to like for the front room that we can get there tonight, because the electricians are there tomorrow, and if we work really fast and get it done, they can get it installed. The reason we're sitting is we found one we liked, which is over there somewhere. We'll show you in a sec. And they're just seeing if they have it in stock. Okay, success. We're able to get the light we wanted. They would leave it until they get it installed tomorrow. We'll put that in the next episode. We're gonna go drop it off at the house, so see what they did accomplish today. And hopefully some of the other lights did come in and we're able to get installed. We are at the house. Jason is holding, obviously, a box with the light in it. Melissa's over there. Abigail's trying to figure out how to get us inside the house. Unsuccessfully. Do you want Dad to help?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, well, the electricians have been here, but the first thing we noticed is they put one of our dining room lights in the wrong room. They put this here, and that doesn't go there. That is supposed to go over the dining room table, so I guess, oh, they got our blue lights up. We'll leave a note for them about that. Well, that's simple.
Oh, I don't remember them being blue.
Yeah, they're kind of like we wanted it ocean-y feeling.
Sweetheart, that's not right.
So a couple of little hiccups. One, they put the wrong light in the front room. That's okay, they can come and switch that out. That light's actually there's supposed to be two of them that go over top of the dining room table. The other thing is that these lights, they looked a lot different in the book. They don't look bad, but they're really small. And this is a pretty grand kitchen. So Melissa and I, if we want to change it, we got to go and buy something now, like right now, because electricians are here tomorrow. This is the whole thing. This is the stress of it. So we're going to go find a different fixture for the kitchen. Those ones just will not cut the mustard. And anything cuts mustard. It's like a liquid, but those don't. So off we go shopping.
Maybe.
We think we solved our problem. Abigail's grabbing the other box, but we're thinking more of the geometric kind of square design from good old Home Depot. I think we're all in agreement.
Yep.
So off we go.
Hold it like this.
Well, I made it hard for the electricians.
Jason is carrying both the lights up to the house. Abigail's gonna grab the front door, and hopefully this will be the last little bit of lighting that we need. Aside from the fact that the fixtures we picked for over the garage, only 2 of them showed up. The other ones are still on back order. So they'll be able to get some of it installed, but not all. Upstairs, the lights for above the vanity are in place, as well as pretty much all the lights for the rest of the washroom. One thing that was added, which is really cool, is there's a thermostat for the floor. It's a heated floor. I didn't know they had this fancy digital thermostat. I don't know what I thought was happening, but you can adjust the temperature for your tootsies, so they're nice and warm. Most of the light fixtures are in place, which is great news, including fixtures in the bedrooms. And we even have these fancy, look, there's mood lighting. Ooh. Mood lighting, how fancy is that? Anyway, if I can figure out how the lights work. Melissa and I actually found out that not only did the light fixtures we had on the main floor not look like the ones we had planned to order, they're really small and it didn't look right. So we actually went to the store to get bigger fixtures. Well, the ones we got were too big. So then we had to go back again and drop the kids off at the house, and we got the same thing but slightly smaller. So I hope at the end of all this, we got it sorted out. And next video, well, there was a lot that happened in this one. Fireplace, lighting, all kinds of stuff. I don't know, it's so hard to remember and keep track of all the things that have happened since then. The tile is more or less finished up. And next week, they are gonna be installing the upstairs flooring, you know, the actual floor, not the wood stuff we're walking on right now. So the finished flooring is starting to get installed and the baseboard trim. And then they're gonna work on the downstairs. The upstairs bathtub should be in place next week as well. They had trouble getting help to carry it upstairs. So I guess he's coming back with a buddy later to put the bathtub there. Oh, but I'm excited for what next week is gonna bring. It was a long day today, a long tiring day today, but lots of great stuff happened in today's video. Stay tuned next week for flooring, hopefully, front door, and more. So the house is coming along. For those of you that have been watching this since the very beginning, things are really progressing now, and we are just mere weeks away from potential occupancy, fingers crossed. So stay tuned for more episodes, guys. We'll see y'all soon, and as always, bye for now.